my boundary that I set for myself. And I've learned that a lot of people don't do well with boundaries, or they're not good at sticking to the boundaries, and whatever. And so they don't understand it. So when we get to the clips y'all have seen for the reunion, considering that I've had conversation, it's been understood why these questions are being asked, but I really don't care.
Y'all. Oh my goodness. Things just took a shocking turn in Huntsville. Melody Shari just went off on Kimmi Scott, and the allegations she dropped, they're absolutely shaking up love and marriage Huntsville in a way we've never seen before. For a while, everyone thought Melody and Kimmi were on good terms, or at least neutral, but now Melody is exposing what she claims is Kimmi's true side, and let me tell you, fans are completely split over this bombshell. This is the drama we've all been waiting for, and it is juicy.
For a while, just me and Kimmi. Camera's gone. We just chilling, eating, and talking. No problems. None. That's why after that, you then see us at the bachelorette party. No problems. See you at the vow renewal. Got no beef or problems. Matter of fact, at the vow renewal, at the reception part, when I sat at the table, because I had a name tag on my table, Tisha, Marcel, Kimmi, Maurice, they all came and sat at the table. We were all talking. We were talking about the kids and almost being teenagers and all this stuff. Having just good, positive conversation. There was no drama being had. Just talking and chatting it up. Then, of course, I left when I felt like a boundary was crossed that I had already shared with production that wouldn't be okay with me.
Here's the tea. Melody and Kimmi's relationship wasn't always this messy. In fact, when Love and Marriage Huntsville first started, they seemed like genuine friends. Maybe not besties who shared everything, but there was definitely mutual respect between them. They had this common understanding, especially as two women who didn't always see eye to eye with the other cast members. Melody was dealing with so much drama from Letitia and the rest of the Scott family, and Kimmi seemed like the one person who wasn't trying to stir the pot. She often stayed out of Melody's conflicts, which at first seemed like a good thing. But was Kimmi's neutrality really just a cover for playing both sides? Looking back, the signs of trouble were always there. Kimmi constantly took a neutral stance when it came to Melody's issues with Letitia, which rubbed some fans the wrong way. Instead of choosing a side, she tried to act as this peacemaker, but in doing so, she ended up looking like she was protecting the Scotts more than Melody. Over time, Melody started questioning Kimmi's loyalty. Even when Melody was clearly in conflict with Letitia, Kimmi didn't seem to fully support her. That led some fans to believe that Kimmi was always closer to the Scott family than she let on. There were several moments where it became clear that this friendship was shaky. Little disagreements turned into deeper issues, and it seemed like Melody was keeping a close eye on Kimmi. Maybe she already had suspicions, maybe she was waiting for the right moment to call Kimmi out. Either way, the cracks in their friendship have been there for a while, and now everything is exploding in the open. Melody is claiming that Kimmi has been talking behind her back this entire time. According to her, Kimmi has been secretly siding with the Scotts, feeding them information, and possibly even stirring up drama to make Melody look bad. One of the biggest allegations? That Kimmi may have leaked private conversations to the group, conversations that Melody thought were just between friends. If that's true, it would mean Kimmi was never really neutral at all. She was just pretending while secretly working against Melody. The million-dollar question, does Melody have actual proof? Because words alone won't be enough to take Kimmi down. Well, according to the latest tea, Melody might actually have receipts to back up her claims. There are rumors of secret recordings that allegedly expose Kimmi's true feelings. Conversations where she's caught saying things that completely contradict her on-camera persona, and it doesn't stop there. Alleged text messages have also surfaced showing a different side of Kimmi, one that isn't so neutral after all. Some sources claim other cast members have even come forward confirming that Kimmi hasn't been as innocent as she pretends to be. That brings us to the big question. Why is Melody exposing all of this now? Is she doing this to finally set the record straight, or is this about revenge? Some fans believe Melody has been holding on to this information, waiting for the right moment to drop it. Maybe she wanted to catch Kimmi off guard. Maybe she was waiting until Kimmi couldn't deny it anymore. Either way, it looks like the gloves are off, and Melody isn't holding back.
I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic, because the audience can feel when things are real and when they're not. They can feel it. You can tell, and that's what makes scenes not make sense. Whenever one minute people are about to fight, and then the next week they're all sitting up in a crowd together. bunched up like a bunch of peanuts in a bag. That's when it becomes to the point where we're no longer doing reality TV. And now you are trying to maybe just be actors and actresses.
With all these allegations flying around, you would think Kimmi would come out swinging, but instead, her reaction has left everyone with even more questions. So far, Kimmi has stayed quiet about Melody's claims. While she hasn't ignored them, she also hasn't gone on a full-blown defense, and that silence is making people wonder if she's trying to figure out her next move before speaking up. From what we've seen so far, Kimmi isn't exactly running around trying to clear her name. Reports suggest she's brushing off Melody's allegations, acting as if they don't deserve a response. There's also no word on whether she's reached out to Melody privately to try and resolve things behind the scenes. If she has, neither of them is talking about it, and let's be real. If that conversation did happen, it probably wasn't pretty. What's more interesting is the shift in narrative. Instead of flat-out denying the claims, Kimmi seems to be letting people believe that Melody is the one creating unnecessary drama. Some fans think this is a calculated move. By making Melody look like the messy one, Kimmi might be trying to protect her own image. This is where things get even messier. We all know Kimmi is married to Melody Scott, which means she's automatically connected to Letitia and Morel. And if you've been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville long enough, you know the Scotts love to back each other up when drama pops off. So how are they reacting to all of this? Well, Letitia and Morel have been quiet publicly, but there are rumors that behind the scenes, they're standing by Kimmi. And honestly, that makes sense. If Melody's claims are true and Kimmi was siding with the Scotts all along, why would they turn their backs on her now? Still, some fans think the Scotts are staying out of it on purpose. They've had their fair share of drama with Melody before, and getting too involved in this mess could just reignite old feuds. A person commented saying, "Kimmi has always been sneaky to me. She pretends to be neutral, but she's always low-key defending the Scotts." Another one added, "Melody wouldn't make these accusations if she didn't have proof. Kim better come with receipts or just admit she got caught up."
Never. Ever. I've never done it. So if you want to say a double standard would be me saying, hey, don't bring social media stuff to me, and then I bring social media stuff to you. That's a double standard. I've never told people what not to talk about when it came to me. Never. Now, there was some conversations amongst other folks, but I never said what not to talk about when it came, because I always felt like if I'm going to do reality TV, I want it to be real.
Whenever a major drama pops off in reality TV, the big question is always, will it make it onto the show? And in this case, all eyes are on Carlos King, the executive producer. Fans would love to see Melody and Kimmi confront each other on camera, but if Carlos thinks this feud could ruin the overall balance of the show, he might try to downplay it. Then there's the question of Kimmi's future. If these allegations keep growing, will she even want to stay on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or will Carlos have to rethink how much of her storyline gets aired? As expected, this feud is forcing people to pick sides. Some cast members are riding with Melody, believing she wouldn't make these claims without proof. Others are standing by Kimmi, especially those who already had tension with Melody. This could make group scenes even more awkward. If Kimmi and Melody can't be in the same room without tension boiling over, it's only a matter of time before things explode on screen. At this point, it's hard to imagine Melody and Kimmi coming back from this. If Melody believes Kimmi betrayed her, why would she ever trust her again? All signs point to an on-screen confrontation. The only question is, will it be a full-blown showdown, or will one of them try to walk away before things get even uglier?
Kimmi already mentioned she would like for me not to talk about it again. I said, and I'm gonna tell you like I told her. Says, you ain't gotta worry about me talking about it no more. That's it. And I never brought it up since. And if you think about it, the only people that I had the conversation or asked questions with was when the cameras was up filming. Nobody else.
Of course, social media is already on fire with opinions about this mess. A lot of fans are backing Melody, saying her receipts speak for themselves. One of the biggest talking points among Melody supporters is that Kimmi has always been playing both sides. Even when she acted neutral in past conflicts, some fans felt she was quietly aligning herself with the Scotts while keeping up the image of being fair. Now, with Melody calling her out, these fans believe she's simply being exposed for what she's been doing all along. Some viewers also point out that Melody has been burned before by trusting people too much, so it makes sense that she was watching Kimmi closely. They believe she had to wait for the right moment to drop these receipts, and this was it. At the end of the day, so far, Kimmi has been quiet. But how long can she keep ignoring this? Fans are waiting to see if she'll address the allegations. Will she respond on social media? She could take to Instagram or Twitter to clear her name, but would she go the deny everything route, or would she admit to some things? Will she give an interview? If the drama gets big enough, Kimmi might sit down for an exclusive interview to tell her side of the story. Will she deny, deflect, or apologize? The way she handles this could determine how fans view her moving forward. Will she take accountability, or will she try to flip the script on Melody? At this point, it looks like Melody is done with Kimmi, but is this really the end of their friendship, or is there a chance for reconciliation? If Kimmi doesn't own up to anything, there's almost no chance of them making up. Melody doesn't seem like the type to forgive someone she sees as a betrayer, but if Kimmi does apologize, or at least explain her side, could Melody be open to moving forward? Maybe, but even then, the trust would be broken. For now, it seems like Melody is officially cutting ties, and that could change the dynamics of the show big time. But now I want to hear from you. Do you guys think Kimmi has been playing both sides, or is Melody overreacting? And how do you think this will affect the show moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments.